So summer is a time of warmth, heat, the fire. The creation from spring is sustained and grows and flourishes. All the rain, the water, the fresh air, all helps all the living things grow, the plants, the animals, people, everything. Springtime, everything's born, comes back to life. Summertime, it sustains, grows, makes use of the plentiful food it's about. In fall time, prepares to go back to sleep, and in winter time, goes back to sleep. Or just ends its life cycle altogether. So on a farm, there's a lot to do in the summertime. A lot of animals to take care of. The babies are getting older. Then also just a lot of chores, a lot of maintenance. Farm's kind of a man's attempt to control nature in some ways, which we know we can't, but we try to use it to suit our purposes for crops, food for animals, for meat, for milk, for eggs, whatever. Animals to do labor for us, horses, power fields, or pull wagons. But all the while, nature is trying to reclaim the fields with weeds, trees, all of that. Nature's just doing what it does, living in its various ways. So again, there's some things we can control, some things we can't. It's definitely a fun place to learn, to connect with nature through the animals, learning from them and their silliness. Like when your goat just decides to chew on your gate for some reason. Do you like plastic, Bio? Why are you chewing on that? What are you doing? Why are you chewing on me? I'm not a plant. I like goats because they're really sweet creatures. Whenever I'm out in the field, they're always nearby, nibbling on me, trying to taste my fingers, my arms, my legs, nibble on my pants. They don't mean anything by it, it's just what they do. But they're friendly, loving creatures, especially the long-eared Nubians. These are my favorite. Very mellow for goats, not as bouncy like some of the little pygmy goats we have around here. So these are all our dairy goats, Nubians that produce milk for us. So goats are grazers. They like to go around and just kind of nibble on things and then move on. They mainly eat pasture during the day, but I try to let them out when I can to get some other various plants. But they just kind of walk around and nibble and taste everything. That's how they got the reputation for eating anything. They just like to go around and taste and try everything. And it's kind of hard to film and shepherd them, but I'm trying to lead them over here towards these trees. Maybe I'll just grab Bio here and bring her over, but goats love leaves on trees. So if they come over here, they should see them and start to nibble on them. Anybody want some leaves? Come here. Anybody? Leaves? Anybody? No? Aw, Hera, you want the leaves. There they go. So this is Bio, the white goat, and this is her daughter, Beatrice, using her mom to boost up and grab a leaf. And this is her other daughter, Bonita, the pretty black goat there. Both Bio's babies from last year. So during the summertime, there's a lot of, green leaves, plants, stuff like that for the goats to eat, and it's really nutritious and good for them. So I like to get them out and let them forage, do what goats do, walk around, nibble on the trees. They're great for clearing pastures, getting rid of honeysuckle, the wild rose bushes, all that type of stuff. They'll just slowly gobble that up. Thing is, you have to watch them though. They'll chew the bark off of the good trees that we like and kill them. But if you just kind of leave them at it, they'll turn the forest into a desert. So, but just letting them get out, and if you kind of control what they're doing, you can, for the most part, let them eat what you don't want and leave the good trees that you do want. These leaves have a lot of protein in it, so they enjoy that. It's very good for them. So this is Skippy. He's a mini potbelly pig. He's about 6 weeks old. So he's pretty tiny. He's one of the newest additions to the farm. He's here in a little metal ring, just walking around enjoying some clover. Skippy. Come here, pal. Who's a good piggy? Who's a good piggy? Do you like belly rubs? Do you like belly rubs? Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy laying down for belly rubs? Oh, what a happy little piggy. Are you gonna take a nap? Are you gonna take a nap? Who's a good boy? Who's a good Skippy? Who's a good piggy? Your little tiny piggy hooves. Your little tiny piggy tail. Hey everybody, so we're going to milk the goat. This is Poppy. she's the only nanny we have in milk right now. We give her a mixture of goat feed and corn. And she knows what to do, believe it or not. She's just being a little stubborn. So I dump that in there for her. This is called a milking stanchion. I just clip her collar to it, tighten it up a little bit, and this little contraption here just holds her neck in place. So, to do milking, basically you use the clamp and squeeze technique. I clamp on the udder, and then I squeeze. And I'm doing that with both my hands. And as you can hear, we have some babies over there. We have 4 babies that we're feeding right now. The only 4 left getting bottles just once a day. But they're waiting for their evening milk before bedtime. So with the udders here, so you clamp and then squeeze and push the milk out. Clamp, squeeze. And you can do both at the same time, or you can kind of get a left-right, or like a left-right rhythm going, but it's clamping and squeezing. And that's how we get the milk out of the goat. So remember, like, goat milk is actually really good for you. The fat globules are smaller than a cow. In cow's milk, so a lot of people who are lactose intolerant can digest goat's milk just fine. So a lot of people want that for that reason. We sell nanny goats and milk to families that want the milk for their kids and stuff like that for that reason. So, very good, very nutritious, and of course it's known for cheese. You can make really good yogurt from it. Kefir is like a yogurt-based drink, all those types of things. So, kind of our trade. She gets her grain there, she eats that, and we just get to use her milk. And the babies are just about done with milking, with getting milk. So probably in about another week and a half, the babies won't need any more milk. And I'll get to drink the milk. Us and our family will make yogurt. That's usually what we do. It's yummy, yummy stuff. So yeah, there's some expressions, to kick the bucket, don't cry over spilt milk. So as you can see, to milk an animal, milk a goat, it's a lot of work, let alone milking a cow. A cow has 4 teats and can give up to 5 gallons of milk. So after all your hard work to have the cow or goat kick over the bucket, or the goats like to lift up their hoof and try to step in the bucket, that's always fun. So it can be really frustrating if you get all your nice milk and then the goat ruins the bucket of yummy milk for you. But if your bucket does get kicked over, there is, I guess, kind of nothing you can do except try to prevent it. So once it's spilt, that's kind of all she wrote. So the saying goes, no use crying about it. There's nothing you can do about it at that point. But it's kind of a dance as I'm milking here. I'm always kind of watching her hose. When she starts running out of feed there, she starts getting dancy. As the summer goes on and the flies pick up, the flies will make them dancy and stuff like that. So you got to be ready, do some kung fu blocks to block the goat hooves to keep them out of the milk pail. Alright, so just about done with her, and then we take the milk and we'll put it into these soda bottles with nipples on it and feed the babies. Alright, well, so once we get the milk, very sophisticated here, I just pour the milk into some soda bottles. So we test our herd for a disease called CAE, and none of our goats have it, so we just give our milk unpasteurized to our babies, just right out of the mama. Give them all just enough for what they need. So they're transitioning though to eating more grass, clover, honeysuckle, things like that, and also eating goat feed and that. So they don't really need much milk anymore, to be honest. But we just give them a little bit, and they'll drink that. I'll just scoop that up. Oh. So we'll bring out our first two babies, see who comes out. Oh, I guess not Poppy. She takes a little more of the big movement. Let's get two of these. Oh, come on, dear. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. No, 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 wait your turn. No, 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 no. Ah, okay. Maybe I'll come in here. Maybe two of you can come in here. The babies learn to follow the bottle. Ow. And you can get the little babies to do almost anything you want. Okay, well, why don't you go out and you two come in here. Oh, there's a reason why they call kids, right? Anybody try to get 4 kids into a minivan? Oh! Feels like what I'm doing here. Okay. And then so finally we have 2 babies, the right amount for these. These are Nigerian dwarfs. A smaller dairy goat, but we just give them the bottles there and they drink away. And their little tails just wag and wag and wag when they're drinking. Okay, that's all for these 2. So both of you get to go back. Oh, I'm sorry. All done. So I'll put these 2 babies back, fill the bottles, and get the next 2 out. So here's Penny and Dobby. Dobby was actually one of 5 babies, so he's the smallest we have. He's about 2 months old though, and I guess Penny here is the same, about 2 months old here. Again, they're almost ready to be weaned off milk entirely, but we still let them have a little bit. So they're just getting ready for bed. This is their evening milk. It's beddy bye time for the baby goats. Having their little bedtime snack. All done, Dobby? The goats like to try to steal the bottle from the other goats, so I'll let Dobby just keep trying to suck on this bottle till Penny here's done. And then we have the barn kitty Leia circling us like a hungry shark, hoping to get some drops of milk. Alright, looks like these 2 are done. Okay, girls, it's breakfast time. Come on, everybody. Oh, hop down. Follow the magic bucket of goat feed. Uh-oh. This is Cherry and Cinnamon. This is Zazu, the black Shetland lamb. This is Natalie. Oh, Natalie, we're going to have to give you a haircut, girl. We'll do that tomorrow. It's Negan. We already trimmed him up a little bit. So this is Fern and Zazu. They're two of our Shetland lambs. They're born back around the 1st of May. Shetlands are a Scottish breed known for their wool. They have really pretty, tight, crimpy wool that's in there. Use that for hats and scarves and all kinds of nice things. But until then, you're just a big, soft, puffy puffball. Kids call them puffy friends. Hello, puffy friend. I feel like I'm walking the plank here. Baby goats love to play in the baby goat playground. All kinds of stuff and shenanigans for them to get into here. You can see here's Mittens and Buttons and Lainey. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop down though before they push me off. Ugh. So the one here on the right is Mittens, and this one here on the left is Buttons. They're both Nigerian dwarf goats. This is Lainey. She's a Nubian. She's probably almost a year old now. Mittens and Buttons are about 3 months old. And this is Gretel. She's an Oberhasli. And this is her little sister Frigg, another Oberhasli baby. They're born back in January. And they're chewing my shorts. Thank you, Gretel. Silly girl. See if we can get a... You gonna do a jump? Let me see you jump. Oh! Wow! Dun dun dun!
Hi guys, we're going to read one of our favorite books today. We have Duck on a Bike. One day, down on the farm, Duck got a wild idea. I bet I could ride a bike, he thought. He waddled over to where the boy parked his bike, climbed on, and began to ride. At first he rode very slowly, and he wobbled a lot, but it was fun. Duck rode past Cow and waved to her. "Hello, Cow," said Duck. "Moo," said Cow. But what she thought was, "A duck on a bike? That's the silliest thing I've ever seen." Then Duck rode past Sheep. "Hello, Sheep," said Duck. "Bah," said Sheep. But what she thought was, he's going to hurt himself if he's not careful. Duck was riding better now. He rode past Dog. "Hello, Dog," said Duck. "Woof," said Dog. But what he thought was, that is a mighty neat trick. Then Duck rode past Cat. "Hello, Cat," said Duck. "Meow," said Cat. But what she thought was, I wouldn't waste my time riding a bike. Duck pedaled a little faster. He rode past Horse. "Hello, Horse," said Duck. "Nay," said Horse. But what he thought was, you're still not as fast as me, Duck. Duck rang his bell as he rode toward Chicken. "Hello, Chicken," said Duck. "Quack-quack," said Chicken, but what she thought was, "Watch where you're going, Duck." Then Duck rode past Goat. "Hello, Goat," said Duck. "Moo," said Goat, but what he thought was, "I'd like to eat that bike."
Kids don't actually eat bikes.
Duck stood on the seat and rode past Pig and Pig. "Hello, Pigs," said Duck. Said Pig and Pig, but what they thought was, Duck is such a show-off. Then Duck rode no hands past Mouse. "Hello, Mouse," said Duck. "Squeak," said Mouse, but what he thought was, "I wish I could ride a bike just like Duck." Suddenly a whole bunch of kids came down the road on bikes. They were in such a hurry that they didn't see Duck. They parked their bikes by the house and went inside. Now all the animals had bikes. They rode around and around the barnyard. "This is fun," they all said. "Good idea, Duck." You have the pigs and the sheep and the chicken on a little tricycle. Here's Mouse and Duck and Cow. Oh, there's Goat. There's Dog. He's got a little trick bike, and the cat. Then they put the bikes back by the house. And no one knew that on that afternoon there had been a cow, a sheep, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, a goat, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a bike. The end. We're going to read another one of our favorite books. This is Little Blue Truck. Horn went beep, engine purred. Friendliest sounds you've ever heard. Little Blue Truck came down the road. Beep said Blue to a big green toad. Toad said, "Croak," and winked an eye when Little Blue Truck went rolling by. Sheep said,
Moo!
Cow said,
Moo!
"What's a cow say?"
Moo!
Moo. Oink said a piggy. Beep said Blue. There's a piggy. Cluck said a chicken, and her chick said,
Beep!
"Ma," said a goat, and Blue said,
Beep!
"Neigh," said a horse. Quack, said a duck. Beep, said the friendly Little Blue Truck. I like Goat. Goat's cute. a dump truck. "Coming through. I've big important things to do. I haven't got time to pass the day with every duck along the way." Vroom went the dump around a curve. He saw a puddle and he tried to swerve. Into the mud rolled that big old truck, and its big important wheels got stuck. His heavy-duty dump truck tires were sunk down deep in muck and mire. "Honk!" cried the dump, and he sounded scared, but nobody heard, or nobody cared. Then, into the mud, bump, 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 came the little blue truck to help the dump. Little Blue pushed with all his might. Now Blue and the dump were both stuck tight. "Help, help, help," cried the little blue truck. "Beep, beep, beep, I'm stuck, I'm stuck." Everybody heard that beep, beep, beep. The cow came running with the pig and the sheep. Up at a gallop ran the big brown horse. Goat jumped over the fence, of course. The hen came flapping with the chick and the duck, and everybody pushed the little blue truck. Head to head and rump to rump, they all pushed Blue, who pushed the dump. They couldn't quite budge that heavy load. Then who hopped up but the big green toad? All together, 1, 2, 3. One last push and the trucks were free. Look at the pig. "Thanks, little brother," said the dump to Blue. "You helped me and they helped you. Now I see a lot depends on a helping hand from a few good friends." "Beep," said Blue, who wants a ride. Everybody scrambled to jump inside. Oink, quack, ba, moo, quack, peep, neigh, croak, ma.
Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Now this will be very boring. Freya Piggy is on a special diet where she eats only grass and pig food. She's given up all her other things such as fruit. I'm going to try to give her some watermelon, but she probably won't like it. You won't like the watermelon, will you, Freya? You probably won't even look at it. I know. You're perturbed by me just being in your pen, the mere thought of you eating watermelon in the summertime. Let's see what she does. Do you like watermelon, Freya? What? You do? Since when? You learn something about your pig every day.